And the first thing we gonna talk about is how, according to Games Radar, it's apparently time, currently, right now, to stop calling Marvel Rivals an Overwatch 2 killer now that its features have already surpassed. Now, I don't know whether this article finna go left or right. I don't know if this article is about to be a delusional Overwatch dick rider grabbing his chest, holding his hand on the wall, and just sliding up and down all over the meat, queefing over it. Or if it's gonna be somebody respectfully giving Marvel Rivals the flowers that they deserve based on the merits of the actions that they've done and the good work that they've done in a good game that they've put out in a superior product to our Marvel Rivals. To Overwatch free-to-play update. That being said, let's scroll and read. Don't give a fuck about the first paragraph. Like I always say, the first paragraph is just there to introduce the topic and be full with tags. Why is this shit telling me about Xbox year in review? How it's gonna tell me how my Xbox 2024 experience was when I have an Xbox, a new Xbox, since the Xbox One in 2013 or 14, whatever. What is they talking about? Yo, this Windows dashboard just be doing anything. Anyways, for one thing, Marvel Rivals is swamping with Overwatch free to play. Is swamping Overwatch free to play updated numbers. Yes, according to their numbers, over 10 million people are on the game. Compared to Overwatch, let's see how many people are on Overwatch on just Steam alone, and then we'll compare it to Marvel Rivals. Overwatch 2. And before that loads, look MR. Let's see if Marvel Rivals just pops up. No. What the fuck? Oh. I don't know why, but the cursor was weird just now. And then Marvel Rival. So let's see what Overwatch is, and they've got to check if the site connection is secure. So currently, Overwatch has 15,000 people in the game. Let's see how many people are on Marvel Rivals. Look at that. Make it nice and big for you. 400,000 people. So 500,000 people just about are on the PC version alone. Keep in mind, this game is also omega popular on PlayStation. This game is also omega popular on Xbox. This game is also omega popular on what's the name of that platform? Epic, and it's possibly on GOG. Let's see. Is nope, it's not on GOG, but so still on the two biggest platforms on PC, Marvel Rivals is currently the one of the more played, if not the most played game out right now, because not only is it a free-to-play game, it has familiar gameplay, it also has what's the word? Well, an amazing art style. Marvel characters, that's what I was trying to think of. So not only is it a beautiful looking game, not only is it a beautiful looking free-to-play game, not only is it a beautiful looking free-to-play game with Marvel characters, it's a beautiful looking free-to-play game with Marvel characters and good gameplay. What else do you need to make a game blow up? Honestly, I would have been more surprised if this shit didn't get more numbers than Overwatch 2. With an all-time peak of over 600,000, blah, 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 blah. But the tale of the tape between Marvel Rivals and Overwatch goes beyond player count, especially because there are mitigating factors to consider. Overwatch 2nd Edition is currently unavailable in NetEase's home country of China. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for the simple fact that it's not just Chinese people playing Marvel Rivals. There's people and even if you take the Chinese population out, this isn't a game that is primarily in any particular country. Like, for example, okay, we'll use an example of like Halo versus, I don't know, Final Fantasy. Halo is a game that's mostly an American game. It's mostly a game, like, I don't want to say based in American culture per se, but it's mostly a game that is American. Like, people outside of America are aware of Halo, but it's not like a big franchise versus a franchise like Final Fantasy, like, there's people in America that definitely play it, enjoy it, and are big fans of it, but it's not like over in Japan or any of those like countries over there in the West and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not an Overwatch thing. People all around the globe are playing Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is probably, and this is just me guessing, probably one of the most watched things right now, watch games on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all that. Because every time I scroll on my TikTok For You page, even when I'm not scrolling on my gaming account For You page, I still see a bunch of TikToks about Marvel Rivals. Even when I'm not even on my own YouTube and I'm on somebody else's YouTube account that doesn't even play video games, aka my Vibes, I'll be looking through like the recommendations just to look and see, looking for something to watch, and I still see Marvel Rivals videos. So that game has surpassed just the gaming sphere. And like, one thing that I've come to realize is a lot of the people playing Marvel Rivals currently didn't play Overwatch in 2016, whether it because they picked up gaming as a thing over COVID, or they're just hyper casual players. And what do I always say about casual players? Most of them, they're not gaming enthusiasts. They're people who socially play games. Think of it like people who on their own, you give them some free weed, it'll sit on their dresser for 3 weeks. But in a party, you give them a blunt, they go, people are social smokers of gaming. Okay, that's casual gamers. When their friends aren't playing a game, they'll play a game with their friend so that them and their friend can have fun in an environment. Marvel Rivals is one of those games that's so overwhelmingly popular that people love to play it with their friends, and then the gameplay is good on top of that. And to me, it has a few things that Overwatch has done better, and then there's a few things that it does better than Overwatch. Like, my main thing about what it does better than Overwatch is visual clutter, because like, sometimes the screen does get a little bit of visual clutter, but like, since Overwatch is designed for a first-person perspective, they have to frame the way that it gives you visual feedback in a certain way that's different from third-person shooters. But in my opinion, it's better because, especially when you're playing characters like Genji / Iron Fist, it's way easier for your brain to process a character running up the wall when you can see their whole body running up the wall, and you can see their whole body all the time, than a character running up the wall in first person, giving certain people motion sickness so they can't even play the darn character. Thank God I've never had to deal with that, but there are people who do deal with stuff like that, who can't play a character like Genji versus they can play a character like Iron Fist, because it's not as taxing on your eyes and not make you feel like you're the one doing the backflips and all the crazy dips and dives and dashes and stuff like that. So like, it's more stuff, and I'm gonna have a video essay where I go over it. But I think Overwatch 2 and Marvel Rivals are in the same genre, but they're completely different games. Like, for example, what's two games I could say that are in the same genre? Oh, think of like Mortal Kombat in contrast to Super Smash Brothers. Some people barely consider Smash a fighting game, and some people consider Mortal Kombat, except for one, the fighting game, or one of the most popular fighting game franchises, maybe even arguably part of the big three franchise. Well, yeah. I really argue it's a big four, but like I said, people barely consider Smash a game. So like, the big four fighting games are Smash, Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Anyway, going back to this, the tale of Overwatch 2 is currently available in NetEase's home country of China, which carries blah blah blah. A huge audience of players that haven't been able to play Overwatch for 2 years. They ain't miss out on shit. Though it'll be, cause like, even at the end of Overwatch 1, at the end of Overwatch Paid, as I like to call it, that game still wasn't really that fun to play, because like, like Overwatch in general has fun aspects, but one thing that is like a bad downside to live service games is sometimes the way a live service game is when it comes out, it will forever be that type of way. Meaning that a game like Fortnite OG, for example, even though they put all the assets and all the properties back for Fortnite OG, is not the same, because now you've experienced so much more. You're used to so many new features in Fortnite that it doesn't feel the same when you play the game versus how it used to feel. So there's certain aspects of the game in a live service game that can never be replicated. That's why Overwatch to Overwatch free to play update, it's the same game, because it really was just one big ass update, and then over time they added a couple new characters. Ooh, shit's a big ass update. But going back on point though, the end of Overwatch Pay's lifespan, that game was fucking miserable to play. Like, even as a casual player, the way that Overwatch used to queue people up, and with queue times, like even before roll queue, was ass. Roll queue made an ass queue system twice as ass, because there was times while I be playing Overwatch, I'm like, I know a lot of people play this game. Why am I sitting here for 15 minutes waiting for a fucking match? It's because I picked DPS and roll queue. That's why. I was the dumbass shitter picking DPS, missing all my shots, and taking up a slot that otherwise could have been switched to had there not been the dumbass roll locks. So I spent a lot of hours learning far the hard way when I could have almost been forced to learn a healer or something like that. So it's like, it's certain mistakes and things that Overwatch paid had that Overwatch free to play still has in it. Like Brigitte. Anyway, though it'll be back in the country in February, which could see the game's number. It's not. Too many people are playing Marvel Rivals, and Marvel Rivals has the power of the Marvel IP on its side. Then if the numbers do jump, it's not going to jump significantly. It'll jump maybe, I'll say 5,000 max. Of course, started a sentence off with a conjunction. Of course, Overwatch doesn't have the power of the most popular superhero IP in the world backing his game. No, what's truly telling about the same blah 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 nigga, perfecting patches. Marvel Rivals just kicked off its first official season 1 after a truncated introductory blah 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 nigga. This includes a streamer mode that makes player names anonymous and offering up detailed statistical info on the previous match. That's them linking articles. NetEase is also vowing to ban hardware adapters that allow console players to use mouse and keyboard control schemes to take advantage of the auto aim applied to controllers. I couldn't fucking tell, because when I be aiming on controller, when I aim on controller on PC, it feels so good, but when I aim on controller on console, it feels ass, because I like, maybe there's no auto aim on controller on PC, or if there is, it's drastically toned down, because I feel like when I'm playing on controller on PC, I could actually hit my shots, versus when I'm playing on controller on console, it feels like somebody put peanut butter and sticky fluids, all types of sticky fluids in my stick, and it feels like my stick is moving fine, but I hit the edge and the character's still moving slowly like this. And when I put the sensitivity up high, they go from moving like this to moving like this. So now I'm shooting the fucking 45 degrees away from my target, and not in a leading my target type of way. Like, it just feels bad. It just feels bad to me, though. I don't know. Crucially, the aforementioned balance patch did indeed address many of the issues commonly felt by players, including nerfs for hell, blah 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 blah. So this was somewhat a nothing burger article, but I got to yap about Marvel Rivals a little bit, but don't worry, got another article where I get to yap about it more, where apparently some streamers united in slamming the official Twitch Marvel Rivals tournament for a last minute rule change and unbalanced chaos, with a quote along the lines of, "Who playing this garbage?" Now, I didn't get to watch the Marvel Rivals championship or whatever. I don't care that much, because when I used to watch the Overwatch championships, like, it wasn't boring, but like deadass, even as a jittery, it would hurt my eyes and confuse the breaks off of me, because all you see is a wow, 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 and a bunch of colors, and you hear a bunch of sounds blitzing your senses, and everybody will never shut the fuck up. Everybody's saying the same goddamn voice line, voice lines 100,000 times over and over. It just blitzes your senses in a way to where like you look at the screen and it's dead ass like, you know, one of those YouTube videos where it has the strobe lights on it, where it just has the different colors in case like you can't afford an actual strobe light, and it's just going from red to green to blue to yellow, and it's just going from color to color dumb fast. That's what it felt. Actually, now that I think about it, with the lights behind me, I got the perfect example. So just look at the window where my face came, right? So imagine if put the video in 2 times double speed. Imagine if in double speed you had to look directly at this light. Like you had to put your face on the wall and look directly at the light like that. Like close. And the light was just always changing fast like this. Like I said, put the video at double speed and see what it feels like. Run that back, see what it feels like. Fade. See what that feels like. That's literally what it feels like to watch an Overwatch championship. One of those. So I haven't watched their championship, but if this one was as ass as people say, I want to watch the next one to see what the fuck happened, or I might even look up a video of the mistakes and see like if there's specific shit I can see. Let's see what they talk about. Ray is crashing out on Twitch rivals Twelling Queen. For context, the upcoming Twitch rivals had a 2-player limit for Grandmaster Plus players, but they changed it to 4 players just a week before the tournament. Now it's just a bunch of eternity sweats like us with over 300 hours stomping on streamers who are just there for fun. Damn. So basically they put a rule in place to not have this outcome, and they reversed the rule and they got the exact outcome they didn't want to happen. Let's fucking go. Repealing rules put in place to prevent something to happen just to say fuck that and turn it back.
Do I need to talk to? Like, I don't understand how this happened. Like, which Twitch staff member do I need to talk to? Like,
so Twitch themselves set this up. Oh yeah, nigga, you're about to get flamboyant. And like, Valkyrie is one of the OG queens of Twitch. So when she speak up, niggas go and listen.
How this happened? Hey, give me their actually. Send me. I need to say something. I waited 5 years to play in a Twitch rival just for this shit to happen. Like, this is insane.
Dude,
like, who playing this garbage?
Dude, I'm not even kidding. Do you guys want to see the messages that I sent them?
Yes, I do want to see the messages. Be like,
damn, she about to get a nigga fired for real. Cause like I said, for those of y'all who aren't familiar, who may be watching this and may be new to the whole streamer Twitch thing, she's been streaming for a very long time, and she is one of the top streamers on Twitch. Most people nowadays, because of like hip-hop media outlets and like regular news outlets, most of y'all probably know like Kai Sadat and stuff like that, maybe a Ninja from the Fortnite days. But if we start talking about people who put Twitch on their fucking back and help make the platform popular enough to where Kai could take it and go through the roof and make Twitch mainstream to the point to where now your great granny knows what it is if she's still around, God bless her heart. Yeah, she was one of the people that was there first. She's one of the OGs. And when I say she was there first, I don't mean she was streaming in 2019. Nah, she's like 10, 15 years deep in the game. All right? She been streaming for a very long time. So when she say some shit about, hey, whatever Twitch staff member did this, give me their ad, niggas gonna listen. Cause she's been a relevant big streamer the entire time.
Whose rat-ass idea was this? Like, I don't understand.
Dude,
somebody getting fired.
Let Ray have the ad, please.
Ray will
convey what I want to say to them in a perfect manner.
I
need to see what Ray will say.
I need to see the logic.
Cause this sounds like she finna be on their ass.
Like, just say it's a pro tourney then at that point. Like, why even have people under Grandmaster?
I would also like to vent that in the last Twitch Rivals I played in, I trained Street Fighter for 200 hours, went to play in person, and they had us playing on fucking TVs.
Is my stream preview not working? Oh, it's just so loud the detector can't show it.
The full second of input lag.
Wait, whoa. What the fuck she say? I heard Street Fighter, so I can understand this.
went to play in person. I would also like to vent that in the last Twitch Rivals I played in, I trained Street Fighter for 200 hours, went to play in person, and they had us playing on fucking TVs with a full second of input lag.
Alright, so for those of y'all that don't play very many fighting games, let me break this down. Let me hit you with the backwards chair motion. And let me break this down to you. Oh wait, y'all can't even see it. Fuck it. But pretend I'm hitting you with the backwards sitting on the chair motion, the parent or whatever, and and one of those like Disney movies. Playing on a what you call it? Playing a fighting game on a normal TV with a full second of input lag is like, what's a good metaphor? All right, imagine if you're used to walking down the street at whatever speed you're walking down the street, right? You're used to being able to just walk. Now imagine you have to walk down that same street, but you have 100 pounds of lead just on your back. And you can't lean back, you can't lean forward. You have 100 pounds of lead and you gotta walk with your back straight, holding the lead up like this. And you gotta walk wherever you normally would walk with that lead above your head. How difficult and strenuous unnecessarily that sounds is how it feels to pay with a second of input lag. Because you may be thinking of a second of input lag and be going, oh, that's not that crazy. A second, man, you're probably complaining. But understand, when it comes to fighting game, a second is a very, very long time. All right? Especially if we start talking about people who are at professional levels of fighting games. People who are at 200 hours of a fighting game, okay? You developed a level of muscle memory that is so incredibly difficult to break that 1 second, 60 frames, 600, I believe, milliseconds it is, of input lag throws everything you practice and train for straight the fuck out the window. And I don't want to hear none of you niggas that never went to a fighting game tournament talk about skill issue. If you was really that nice, you could play through it. Shut the fuck up. You would go to a tournament and you would get bodied in friendlies. You would get bodied in friendlies when they're not thinking and they're just going, nodding off like they on some baby bottle juice. If you know what I meant by that,
Oh, I remember
for
that.
$50,000.
That fucking sucks.
Nigga, for $50,000? Yo, like it's just not enough funny ass metaphors in the world for me to truly convey how fucking wild that is. So let's add on to the example. Let's say that, actually no, let's change the example. Playing a fighting game on a TV, period. Because fighting games, when you play them, you're supposed to play them on low latency monitors so that as soon as stuff happened, the millisecond it happened, you can see it, because that matters with fighting games. So playing a fighting game on a TV with a whole second of lag is like, imagine you're playing 2K, right? Because a lot of you fuck nuts play 2K. So imagine you're playing 2K, but everything you do in a game happens 60 seconds later. Like, imagine you press X and you have to wait 60 seconds for the input to go through. Your opponent does too, but imagine for 50K on the line. That don't sound fun, does it?
You're pretty cool yourself. On TV with input lag?
I remember that
It's on
shit.
movie mode.
Who is doing?
Okay, so just real quick, for those of you who don't understand TVs and video and technology, basically TVs have different modes that are supposed to smooth out and make the picture look better from whatever devices you're plugging into the TV and stuff like that, but they don't. And it's one of those things that sound like the ramblings of a crazy man until you actually learn what it looks like and learn how to tell when the picture on your screen is messed up and why it's messed up. When you actually learn that stuff, you can't unsee it. It's one of those things I like to call it like only dogs can notice. If I go right now and I blow a dog whistle outside, woo, in the middle of, let's say, Times Square, a very populated area, I go woo, and I blow the dog whistle, right? Majority of the people walking around won't be able to tell that it's a dog whistle going on. But all the dogs in the area, everybody's gonna be looking at their dog like, why is my dog going arr, arr, woo, woo, and try to run towards that person blowing a whistle. I'm confused. The whistle ain't even making any sound. So why they trying to run towards that person? Once you notice it, if you were a dog, you could become a dog. If you were a dog, you would have no choice but to notice it, and it just starts driving you crazy. It just drives you crazy, bruh.
That's insane.
I can't believe this! Who? Dude, Twitch has so many issues. What the fuck?
Ray, save us! YouTube rivals.
Nah, that's nuts.
We're having a YouTube rival. There might be a short rival, so I mean, that's their prior.
Nah, that's actually fucking devious. That's actually another level of devious, dog. Going through her quotes. The main issue arose after Twitch apparently changed the rules of the tournament to allow teams of multiple Grandmaster plus ranked players. Let me look up the Twitch. I mean, not Twitch. Marvel Rivals rating. Fuck it. MAR. Alright. Now, let me go to images because I want the one with Celestial in it too. Sports Illustrated. Y'all niggas still exist? Okay, boom. Alright, nope. Let me use the other picture. Does this have Celestial? It doesn't, but oh yeah. Oh wait, this is better. This is more clear. So boom. Just so y'all understand. When I was playing, I don't know what the PC numbers are, but when you're playing Marvel Rivals, about 50% of the player base is Bronze 3. At any given time, 60% of the player base is under Silver. Why is it randomly spiking to 100? At any given time, 60% of the player base on any game is under Silver, like at least ones that don't have placement systems. The fuck is making this computer do that? Okay, I don't know what the fuck was going on just now. While my shit is randomly sit. Let me feel the side of my. Let me open my window real quick, y'all, because my room needs a little bit more ventilation. It's a tiny bit. I don't. Alright. Anyway, like I was saying, at any given time, at least 50% of the player base is in Bronze. So once you get to Grandmaster, first off, there's another rank in here as of the time of this recording. By the time y'all seeing this, there's another rank in here called, it's either between Grandmaster and Eternity or Eternity and, no, it's between Grandmaster and Eternity. There's another rank called Celestial. Excuse me, just for reference. But my point of bringing this up in the first place is to say that one above all, that means you're literally one of the 500 highest ranked people in the world. That means out of everybody, out of the millions and millions of people that play Marvel Rivals, you are ranked one of the 500 best. That's one above all. Above Grandmaster, you're in the upper 10% of the people on Earth who play this game on ranked in terms of skill level. Just to give y'all an idea, this is Grandmaster is maybe Grandmaster Plus, which means Grandmaster, Celestial, Eternity, one above all, is maybe, and this is a high estimate, maybe 10% of the player base. The upper 10%, by the way. So to let 2+ of the people in the upper 10% of people playing these tournaments, that's basically like a goodie but oldie, Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. That's basically what you're doing. Because these people, they're streamers and they sit up there and play the game all the time. But what a lot of people don't realize is there's a difference between somebody who is better than average at the game and who is as good as can get at this game, which means the maximum peak amount of skill that one could have at this current day and time at this game has been achieved, and is this nigga over here and one above all. There's a difference, like I said, between that and there's a difference between that and somebody who just plays the game often. So if they play against the average person, they're wiping them, but if you play against pros, you're gonna get fucking stomped. At this point, it's more of a pro tournament where the high-rated players will game and everyone else will be AFK. Meaning, for those of y'all who aren't understanding, AFK means away from keyboard. To say somebody is AFK, that's either saying that they're literally not playing or that their gameplay is so ass they might as well not be playing. Twitch reveals, in their honest opinion, should be about content creators learning the game, competing, and having fun. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, so I agree. But how are they supposed to do any of that if every game is a stomp? Right now, it's Coughing Baby versus Hydrogen Bomb. Twitch reveals is intended to be a spectacle. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. Think of it like Celebrity Family Feud, but all the celebrities are specifically Twitch streamers. Because that's literally what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be to prop up the Twitch community and the people that the community loves seeing. So Twitch reveals, in my honest opinion, should be about Twitch Rivals is intended to be a spectacle in which people can watch some of their favorite streamers team up and compete against each other, but it's also a competition. There's a $200,000 prize pool to win from, with the first place team getting $21K, second place getting $18K, and third getting $12K. Meaning, this money is supposed to be going towards creators who are just like basically baby noobs at the game who play the game for content, and it's going to niggas that sit in their house and they wipe sweat off their brow all day while they're sitting there with their diaper made out of a plastic bag and a homemade catheter with a straw taped to their leg and a Mountain Dew bottle on their ankle. Like, bro, that's not who's supposed to be in the tournament. If y'all got a couple of your audience or if a couple of y'all streamers, that's cool. But it's but from what I understand from this article, it's basically random niggas pulling up in like a 3 niggas in a trench coat type beat, pulling up like, I'm here as Mr. Adult Man to sign up for this tournament. And instead of kids pretending to be adults, it's pros pretending to be streamers, basically. I understand why some teams would want to stack as many high-level players as possible to increase the odds of winning and taking the prize money for themselves. Teams even get $750 for winning and $450 when they lose. So I don't feel too bad for all involved. Even still, it's true that some games didn't seem particularly fair. I was watching Shrouds do it. I didn't know what that was trying to come out as. I was watching Shroud's Twitch reveal stream, and even then, there were a couple of moments where he and his team were completely outmatched. Even with Shroud on their side, one game in the Hydra base map saw Shroud go up against who he thought was the best player in Marvel Rivals. This person was playing Backman there and at one point was able to tear through the enemy team. This is much better than the last team we played against, he says after reviewing Kill Cam. After one of his teammates tries to keep the morale up by saying they only lost one team fight, Shroud replies, "No, I don't think you understand what that Black Panther just did. That player is better than everyone in this video game. That is the best player, bro. I don't think you understand what I just saw." Let's see the clip. as someone who commonly says that Black Panther is only good in the hands of a specialist, and that 99% of the people that play the game can't even play this nigga on a basic level. Let's see what this Black Panther does.
You got that shit right.
And he's playing Hawkeye. What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. If you don't think that nigga's cracked, because cheating in because people who cheat in Marvel Rivals use hit scan and gun characters. Meaning, if somebody was cheating in Marvel Rivals, just for anybody to say, nah, that nigga's cheating, there's no way Hawkeye was at damn near full health, I believe. Let me see, let me run a clip back. There's no way that Hawkeye was at 250 full health, 4 seconds passed, and this nigga died 2 seconds ago. No fucking way. But, I'm gonna put it like this. Like I said, people who cheat, they pick characters like maybe Iron Man, they pick Hela, they pick Punisher, they pick Black Widow, they pick characters like that with hit scan weapons and like straight up typical gun projectile weapons of Bucky Barnes. They pick characters like that so that their aimbots and shit like that can make sense of how the game functions. Any nigga who's gonna install cheats, they're not picking Black Panther. It is way too difficult to create a cheat for Black Panther because you're basically creating all new technology. And the way that humans work is they will take the path of least resistance, meaning why the fuck would I go out my way to create new software to cheat in this game when I can just download me an aimbot, figure out how to get past the anti-cheat, and then just get free wins?
We might have to go no.
Look, he got shot. He got hit once. That was the Wakanda mark. Got hit twice. That was the second dash, mind you. We're 3 seconds into the clip, and this nigga started the clip with 250 health. Now he's down at 45. We hit the 4th second of the clip. This nigga not only killed Hawkeye, but I think killed Iron Man as well. Oh no, Iron Man was still alive.
Yeah, this guy's just going off.
I agree with one more call.
The average regular Black Panther player, even a mid-level, let's say like a gold to Grandmaster level Black Panther player is not doing that, nigga. You're Grandmaster plus. You're above Grandmaster if you're doing shit like that. If you can do shit like this with Black Panther, you're a specialist trying to get to one above all.
This is much better than the last team we played against. What the fuck?
Okay, guys. If we lost one fight, it's okay.
No, I don't think you understand what that Black Panther just did.
He did that.
Is better. That player is better than everyone in this video game. That is the best player.
Hold on, though.
Bro.
And if Shroud, and for those of y'all who don't know Shroud's body, who don't know Shroud's tenure, if Shroud says a nigga is good at a shooter game, he knows what he's talking about. He knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about, because this nigga has a reputation for just being at least great at every shooter. Fuck good. That nigga's great at every shooter.
I don't think you understand what I just saw.
Hello.
We're not winning this game.
At all.
Okay.
That BP is pretty good.
Nigga, to demoralize Shroud in a shooter game, that's like lifetime achievement. Alright? That's like somebody who's a fan of basketball hitting LeBron with and LeBron go, and that nigga catch a cramp and tear his ACL because you crossed him up so bad. To make Shroud say, oh yeah, my team finna lose, is like you play against my dumb ass almost said Denzel Curry. That's like you play against Steph Curry and the whole match you block Steph Curry's shots, and not only do you shoot past the 3, every time you block his shot, and you block all of his shots, every time you block his shot from half court, you going. Imagine you block a Steph Curry shot, you go doop, dribble from half court consistently, meaning you got a 60% hit rate for steal. That's what Shroud telling you. Oh yeah, we not winning this game. That's what Shroud telling you. That is like that's like Michael Jordan, right? That's like Michael Jordan come up to you and he's like, I want a 1-on-1. and he jumps up in the air, 7 feet high in the air, getting ready to dunk the ball, and you looking at this nigga so closely in his eyes, you could give him a nice kiss and a look into the windows of his soul, and then you keep raising above him, and then you smack the ball out of his hand, let it hit the floor, fall down, let it dribble, and then jump all the way to the other side of the court and dunk it so hard that you make the hoop collapse through the floor and you make the whole stadium blow up. That's what it's like for Shroud to go against you. You kill the nigga once, and he goes, "Oh yeah, GG's, bro. We ain't winning this." That's how good this is. To give you some basketball comparisons, because I don't even watch basketball and I understand enough to be able to make a cohesive metaphor to be able to explain to you properly how fucking cracked you have to be for this nigga to say we can't win this game. That is impossible. We are literally just playing just to play. These niggas is about to railroad ram us straight into the ground.
Better. That player is better than everyone in this video game. That is the best player.
Hold on,
bro. I know that you understand what I just saw.
Hello.
We're not winning this game.
That BP is pretty good, but...
Oh, I got one. Let's win.
So yeah, them niggas was beating the fuck out of Shroud. There was more than a few humbling moments for our live streamers involved, but after a few days of matches, the final winner ended up being that team. The team actually dedicated their win to their former captain, Doki Bird, who had to drop out 24 hours before the tournament due to yet another change to the rulebook. This time, Twitch said that each team had to reduce the amount of Grandmaster players on their team, meaning Doki Bird had to cut 2 players from that team. Unfortunately, there will be no Marvel Twitch Rivals tournament for me tomorrow, he said. I had to drop out as captain because I was forced to cut 2 of my teammates who have peaked eternity and above. I made my decision to cut myself out because my teammates deserve the money and exposure more. Damn. We're gonna hit the clap it up button for that man. Because that right there is some W man shit. Niggas said, hey bro, I got bread off of the streaming shit. I got my name. Niggas know my name. Let my friends introduce theirs. Like, that's fire, bro. Another bomb. Clap it up for that man. I'll fuck with it. Players who had to drop out of this tournament like high school due to the rule changes were apparently compensated. What the fuck does that mean? You drop out the tournament, you still get paid? Or like, do them niggas pay you in viewers or some shit? Like, what's going on? But it was still a massive disappointment for those who couldn't take part. Putting me in a pro category is always such a detriment to any team I join because I cannot perform at a level like that, if ever. Doki Bird continues, I'm just a competitive person, but I'm not at a level you'd call professional. So basically what he's saying is he's capable of being a top 500 player. He's just doesn't give enough fucks to go as far as it needs to be to get in that top 500. Who are content creators but aren't as skilled as regular pros, but are grouped within that category. And I just want to experience a competitive environment again for a game I was really passionate about. Probably an Overwatch refugee. All in all, while the Twitch Rivals tournament was definitely entertaining to watch, it seems likely it was pretty messy for all involved. But it's not the first time a Twitch Rivals tournament had its fair share of challenges. I don't give a fuck about you trying to link me to the articles. And funny enough, since we were talking about streamers like Shroud and XQC, I have a clip here where Shroud said, I genuinely might be playing this game for the rest of my life. Now, we're gonna watch the clip, but before I bring the clip up, I want to remind you about a game named Spectre the Divide. It's a game that came out August 13th, 2024. It's an interesting game, which I'll show the trailer for. Fuck it, I don't mind. It's a free-to-play game with a very, very interesting premise. And I'm gonna play the trailer, and I'm gonna let you see it, and I'm gonna let you understand the premise. And while that trailer is playing, I'm gonna get my water and drown myself with some of it. ethical though. So the idea of the game is it's like a tactical shooter, but your character basically has two bodies. So you see that body that they put down? Let's say this is your the character you're playing, this is their body. At any time, you can switch back and forth in between the bodies. So look, that's them throwing their other body. So they go around the corner, they shoot, and they switch to that body at any time they can. And it's a tactical shooter with what looks like pretty good shooting, a very unique art style, because I feel like there's going to be some people who dismiss it and say, oh, it just looks like Valorant, or oh, it just looks like I don't know, Genshin Impact or whatever the fuck. But if you actually pay attention to the art style, it has its own unique thing that makes it stand out. So the shooter, both in a gameplay aspect, from a mechanical interest concept, it looks very cool. It looks like a very fun hero shooter would be. Nobody fucking played it, including this nigga, which I don't know if he worked on a hero shooter directly in terms of like if he actually was sitting down with the developers saying, okay, I just play tested the game. This is what I think you should do. This is how I think you should improve the game. Okay, this map, I don't like this map design for XYZ reasons. Here's how we can fix it. I don't know how involved he was in the process, but I do know his name is attached to this project. And this shit came out August to September, November, December, January. 4 months ago. Game came out 4 months ago. And he gonna play it for the rest of his life. And he gonna play Marvel Rivals for the rest of his life. I just want to say, like, I don't bring this point up to shit on Shroud or anything like that, because I'm not gonna lie, that game does look like a pocket niche type of game. But the real reason why I wanted to bring this up is as a lesson to people that just because somebody has numbers, that doesn't mean that that's necessarily the right person to promote your brand or to help you work with or on your brand, okay? Different people fit different positions for different reasons, all right?
Make a donation goal to St. Jude's. And if we raise a certain amount of money, I might have to make a donation goal to St. Jude's. And if we raise a certain amount of money, I make a Marvel Rivals team /org. This game might just be it. Oh, Jacoby, thank you for the $50 donation. GG, that was the most fun game ever. Your team is so good. Thank you, Jacoby. If you're still here, you're not. You're in the game. But, dude, I might have to set a donation goal for this number to hit something, and I will make an org for Marvel Rivals only. I might need to do that. Because I might be playing this game for the rest of my life.
I don't know about the rest of your life.
Be playing this game for the rest of my life.
I know this game has at least a strong 4 or 5 years in it. For the simple fact that not only does Marvel have a fuck ton of characters they can add to this, but on top of the fact that Marvel has a fuck ton of characters they can add like to this game, just Marvel in general is beloved. So like as long as they don't pull no fuck shit and fuck up the game, they pretty much got the bag for at least a good 5 years. Even more. Look, shit. World of Warcraft has been going on for how long? RuneScape has been going on for so long. They had to take the older version of RuneScape and re-release it as its own game. That's how fucking long RuneScape has been going on. But that game's still alive. Excuse me, may not be as popular as back in the day, but that game's still alive. World of Warcraft's still alive. Fucking Dota's still alive, 1 and 2. Counter-Strike is still alive. So it's like there's a lot of games that last incredible amount of time. Oh, Team Fortress is still alive. There's a lot of games that last incredible amounts of time off of just being such a good game with such a tight-knit community. League of Legends, another example. Such a tight-knit, strong community. Even though them niggas is toxic, they toxic like this. They toxic and they tight-knit. So that community, even if the majority of the people go and jump off the trampoline, there's still going to be a strong amount of people on that trampoline. And that's what keeps the game alive. So imagine if you have a strong trampoline for the people who want to jump off to be able to jump off of. But on top of that, they jump off the trampoline and there's still a strong amount of people on the trampoline, so that whenever they want to jump back on for a little while, the trampoline's still bouncing. This article, I saved it because I really wanted to look at how the fuck can he self-revive. I'm assuming there's a video or something like that. LinkedIn. Okay, boom. Loki is able to resurrect himself by copying Hela and getting a kill after his own death. Oh shit. That needs to be patched. That needs to be patched. This needs to be patched bad. Okay, I'll just keep it on that needs to be patched bad. That needs to be patched bad. Yo, cause technically the team I low-key want them to leave it in there as high-level tech, because I feel like something like that has so little room for abuse. I think that's just a cool thing you could do if you're being creative, for the simple fact that there's no guarantee that in every match there's going to be a Hela. Number one. Number two, in a match where you are playing as Loki and there is a Hela, there's no guarantee that you're gonna copy the Hela. Because just a few minutes before I got on stream, while I was setting up, I was watching somebody stream, Sydney on, stream, and in it she was playing as Loki and she was trying to copy Mantis's ult just now and accidentally copied Magneto. So the fact that it's so hard to copy somebody's ult, because like you always have to keep yourself moving so that you don't get picked off and shot and shit like that for free, I don't think this is a broken thing worth changing, worth noting at all. They probably are going to change it, but I don't think it's worth changing, because like I said, the circumstances for this to happen are so oddly specific. It's like, dog, this shit damn near never gonna happen.